is getting older, world is getting colder, trying to get sober. Lord help me get stronger, world is on my shoulders.
How you doing today? This is the 12 of 12 podcast, the podcast about real life, recovery, growth and development, redemption, because that's what this is about. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Tap that subscribe button and share for more. Also, if you or someone you know needs help with substance abuse disorder, severe mental illness, do not hesitate to reach out to our sponsors, First Step Recovery. They will be happy to help you out today. And you see the numbers up top? That's our outreach specialist. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Contact Will today and give all the information you need, and you can get the help you need. We have a special guest today, KC.
Hello.
How you doing, brother? Appreciate you, man. Glad you was able to make it.
Thank you for having me.
So, tell me, where are you from?
I'm actually from here. I'm from Portland area, born and raised, man.
Portland area, Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, sir. The ghetto.
Oh, it's considered the rough area of Louisville?
It is. Like growing up in it, it was like Mayberry. Like you can leave your doors unlocked, you can sleep on the front porch. But then as it got, you know what I'm saying, rougher and rougher and rougher, now it's like considered it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
Pretty rough?
Put it that way.
Okay. So how was it growing up there, growing up in Portland area?
Growing up, it was cool. I mean, I had two good parents, you know, they both worked. My dad was a supervisor of the city of Louisville. And it was good, but he was an alcoholic. Like they were there, but they wasn't there. Like, you know, my dad tried, my mom did too, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when they got off work, they was at the bar. So I knew if I needed to find my dad, where to go, he'd be at the bar, you know, so. But they tried, and they were functionally alcoholics. I guess they can say that, but really, I don't really think there's such thing as functioning alcoholics, but he took care of his family. But it was okay growing up. With
your dad being an alcoholic, have you ever used alcohol before?
No, I think I've been drunk 5 times in my whole life.
Oh wow!
I was actually a good kid until my 20s, man. And then I started seeing all these other kids, and I thought they were cool smoking weed and doing that. And then started smoking weed, and then it truly is a gateway. I didn't think so, but it ended up getting, you know, that high wasn't satisfying enough, so I had to try something different. And then one time I got so bad on that drug, which went from crack to cocaine to heroin to ice to pain pills. And then I had to get knee surgery on my knee real bad, and they gave me pain pills, and I was on there for a long time. And then, of course, they quit giving them to me, so. From there, I went from that to heroin, and then once I hit heroin, it was over with. I mean, that was all I ever wanted, and I did that for about 15 years, I guess you can say that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was rough.
So heroin was your main drug of choice?
Was my go-to drug, yeah.
Was that the drug that ultimately tore you down to the point that you was the lowest during your addiction?
Yeah. Once like, even when I was doing other drugs, I still was a dad to my kids. Like, I still got them every weekend. I still, every holiday, every school break, I still had them, you know what I'm saying? But then once I hit that heroin, it was like, I told them I'd get them next weekend because I wanted to get high that weekend. But then that next weekend turned into 12, 13 years, you know? And it didn't seem that long, but then, you know, I'm stealing from my family. I'm stealing from my kids. I'm stealing from everybody that mattered to me, you know, and it will take you down fast, man. And before you even know it, you know, you're homeless, like breaking into places. I mean, doing stuff that you never thought you'd do before, you know, like all your pride and everything, like it goes out the window. You have nothing. It takes control of you, and that's the only thing that matters.
So basically, the drug consumed you.
Oh yeah, it consumed me.
Took a lot of your morals and things that you wouldn't do when you were sober. You did those things when you were high.
Yeah, or to get high.
Or to get high, yeah.
A lot of times.
Stealing and breaking. You ever been locked up?
Oh man, I think I've been locked up more times. I think I got more time being locked up since my 20s than I do being on the street.
Wow.
being locked up is the only time my mom was able to get peace. She used to tell me all the time that, she prayed for me to get locked up because she knew I'd have a roof over my head, that I'd be fed, that I'd be taken care of, and she didn't have to worry about getting that phone call. So, and that's a hard pill to swallow too,
Yeah. Have you ever been to the point that you were homeless out there?
Oh yeah.
While you were doing the drugs?
Yeah, living in the bandos. I mean, there's times that I break in the bandos and make them home, I legally turn the electric on, legally turn the water on, and literally make it at home, like live there, like I pay rent.
Oh, kind of like squatting a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff I did.
While you were going through the madness, before you actually made that decision to quit, did you ever try to stop it and not work before?
Yeah, it's like when you're on heroin or ice or whatever, like I remember sitting there many times, like not hating towards the end, like I hated to get high. I hated the process. I hated the stuff you had to do to get it. Even when you get it, I'd have it, be dope sick for another hour or two. Like, I don't want it. But then that drug will make you do it because your body makes you do it. It's like, that you feel so bad, so sick, but if you just snort that, shoot that, whatever you got to do, you're going to feel better instantly. So you end up giving in.
I heard heroin makes you sick when with withdrawals. How did it feel when you didn't have the drug?
I couldn't get up out of bed. I couldn't move. I had no drive. And the only thing that made me get up is knowing that I had to go do something to get that drug. And which, if it meant breaking into businesses, if it means breaking into houses, whatever I had to do, I did it. And
because if you didn't do it, you was in pain?
Yeah, I was sick, throwing up, pooping on yourself. You can't get out of bed. I mean, it just takes over, man. It's horrible.
See, people, this is the reason why it's so important not to ever start using.
That's right.
It starts off as fun, and then it ends up taking over your life, consuming you, till you're really not even the person that you were before. You know that you're not the person, but then you're like a sunken state, and then the drug takes over. Kind of like a possession.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The drug possesses your body. I call it demonic. I just gonna call it. I think it's an evil thing, and it takes over you. And then you're not even the person you forgot even the person that you used to be. And like you said, you looked in the mirror and you're like, you know what? I hate even getting high.
Yeah, I hated looking at the person in the mirror. Like I never looked in mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the change, like your facial structure, your teeth, your eyes sunk in the back of your head. You see that. It's like you look in the mirror and then you look at the person in the mirror and you're like, I don't trust you. But the crazy part is the person in the mirror is telling you the exact same thing. I don't trust you. And it's kind of weird, man. But nowadays, though, I love the person I look at in the mirror.
So you used to have conversations with yourself, like, you know what, you're gonna do better, and then be like, yo, you know what, man, I'm not with this.
I mean, every day, I was like, this is it, I'm done. I don't want it. I'm not gonna do it no more. I ain't gonna do it no more. I ain't gonna do it no more. But then, halfway through the day, that's out the window. It's like, I gotta get it. I gotta do whatever it takes to get it. It's God, I'm so glad I don't live that way no more.
When did you decide, you know what, enough is enough? I'm not gonna continue down this path. This is that final decision. This is the last draw.
Well, when I was locked up the last time, I was sitting there and I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she told me that I had a grandson. And then she also told me that my oldest two kids got married. And I was like, man, they didn't even tell their dad they got married. I didn't even know I had a grandson. And then at that point, I told myself, I said, my kids are not going to know me as a junkie. They're not. I said, their last thought of me ain't going to be somewhere with a needle in the arm. And August 19th, 2022 was the day that I was like, I'm done. And I ain't touching that since.
Congratulations. How has that, since you've been sober, and it's been a good amount of time, some good years under your belt.
Over 3 years.
Yep. Congratulations on that. That's one day at a time, and you got to be at that time in your life, and you're like, you know what? Enough is enough. You're tired. You're fed up. Today is that day. If you're seeing this video, let today be that day. Share this video with someone, because you don't know who might be at that point of, you know what, relapsing, going back to using. You don't know someone who might be at that point of, you know what, I'm done with using. They just need that last push. Let this be that push that, you know what, it's hope out there. It's not just, don't just give up. You've been trying. Today is the day that you can make that change. You know, you don't have to mask it.
That's right.
You know, what do you think was the cause of you starting to even get deep into the drug use?
I think being alone, being honest, like I said, I mean, once I got like 15, 16, my parents got a divorce. And at that time, my mom, she tried to get me to come live with her, but she lived in the country, and I'm a city boy, and I couldn't manage that. And then basically I was homeless, from there on. And just seeing like the drug boys, what they had, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody that I knew was doing it on the streets, and it's just, I guess I was just trying to fit in, trying to be cool, and thinking, oh, I'm gonna be different, it's not gonna do me like that. I'm gonna control this drug. It's not gonna control me. But yeah, nope, you're not going to. It's not gonna happen. Drugs gonna win 100% time, every time. A drug's always gonna win. You're never gonna be the person that changes it. It's what it's made for, and and it's gonna take you down somewhere that you don't want to go. So that's one thing I say, like you said. And if you see somebody struggling, help them, reach out to them, because it only takes one person to care to help that person. For that person, you might be that the voice they need to hear to push them over that edge to get help. Because I wouldn't have thought it would have been my mom telling me I was a grandparent.
That's a deep thing. See, parents, I realize that with drug use, it creates a lot of broken homes, broken families. See, a lot of times people get hurt and they don't even realize the people that they're hurting. It's people who love you, it's people who care for you, and you're not even thinking about them because you're not even a person that you normally are, because you're under this influence. You got this stronghold. This drug has a grip of your whole reality, and it's like, you know what? You don't even think about the people who's praying for you, hurting you. And I know that you said that you had this, you ended up becoming distant with your children. How is your relationship now with your children?
Oh, it's awesome. Like, my kids now call me and ask me for advice. I'm able to go to their house. They look forward to seeing me. They call me, talk to me on the phone. I get my 3 youngest to actually come over to the house. They got their own room. I mean, it's hard because I don't know them. I've been away from their life for 12, 13 years, and I don't know them. So it's kind of awkward when I do come over because we're trying to make that connection. But it's like I told them, I was like, it will make it. All we got to do is just keep trying at it and don't give up. And I'm not going to give up, you know what I'm saying? And it gets better every time. So it's amazing to hear them say, I love you, Dad, you know what I'm saying, and actually mean it. And like my oldest kids, sometimes they ask me for help, like, Dad, you got $100 I can borrow to payday, or Dad, you got $50, $20, it feels good to be able to say, here you go. And then when they go to pay you back, you're like, no, I'm not gonna take it back. And it feels good to be able to be in a point in your life where you can do that, and it's not gonna hurt me, that I still pay my bills, and I still can live and be able to help people. And that's the greatest thing about this recovery thing, is helping people. And that's the main thing. You gotta always continue to help people, because somebody helped me through this. Because when I got into recovery, I didn't know nothing. I was scared. I thought it was a cult. I thought everything was just, there's no way this guy's got 4 years sober. There's no way this guy got 5 years sober. He's lying. And then I listened to somebody's story, and it made me, I was like, he's telling my story. And then I locked in and started doing good. Got me a good sponsor, got me a good support system, and just did what I was told. And people actually care. Like they do stuff for you out of the kindness of their heart. And that's the crazy part, because I'm used to the only time somebody did something for me is for me to do something back for them. It's a totally different lifestyle, but I love my life today. I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Amen. Amen. And it's a good thing that you said that. With stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things, telling your story, do you feel like that's important for people to do out here these days?
Yeah, because my story might be the same as another person on the street. And if he hears my story and hears how I did what I did, and he was out there doing what I was doing, then he knows what to do to fix it. And you never know when your story actually reaches somebody. And to know that you're part of somebody's recovery, when somebody comes up to you and tells you your story reaches me, and you find out that person's celebrating a year, or that person's celebrating 2 years, it makes you feel really good inside, because you gave something back out of kindness of your heart that was freely given to you from people who went through this before you. And the fellowship is amazing.
Freely give, freely receive.
That's right.
You know, and then you freely give it back. It's just a continuous cycle. You know, it's not all about just, hey, you know what? It's not taking. You know, freely we give, freely receive. It will be given back to you. You know, it just goes around in a continuous circle. You know, plant good seeds. Try. You might have messed up in the past. It's okay. You know, people mess up. But it's what you're going to do at this point in time in your life that really matters. And what you have planned for the future to start taking those steps towards your purpose. So what are some of the things that you have planned for the future? You done been through a lot of struggles in life. You been through addiction, close to the brink of death. You at the point that you've been recovering now for some years now, under your belt. Things are going good, got a great job, got your kids back and family. What are some things that you might have brewing up or on your agenda that you're trying to work on now?
Well, it's like when I got into recovery, I had goals. I set myself goals, just small goals, and I worked to achieve the goals. Like my first year was to get a job, get my own place, get me a car. Did all that my first year. And then my 5 years is to own a house. So I'm working to own a house. I mean, I got one now that I'm in the process of buying. So I'm working towards my goal. But it's to have that relationship with my kids, where my kids can come and talk to me about everything. You know, like how they did in school, you know, and it's, I guess my goals today would be to live a productive life and be able to give back what was gave to me as I'm told I need to do, and I try to do that to the best of my ability. But right now it would be to work on myself more still, because 3 years is a lot, but I still got a long way to go to get to the life that I want. You know, I want to be able to go on vacations. I want to go over to buy a new car. I want to go, if I want to go buy something, I want to be able to go do it. I mean, I can do it now, but I have to budget stuff. I just want to be able to have fun in life, a good, sober life. And every day I work a little bit closer to that goal. And it feels good. It does. It feels good when I get off work after working 12 hours. And every day I pull into my driveway and I see that house that I worked for. And then I get in and I got nice stuff inside my house. And it feels so amazing to know that just 3 years ago I was living in the bandos. I was dying 5-6 times a week, having to get Narcan to bring me back. And that's not even cool to say, but that's true. And now it feels good to know that I don't have to live that way, that I look forward to paying bills today. That's nuts. You know, when the bills are due, I'm like first to pay it. I'm like, here's my rent, here's this, here's that, here's that.
Yeah.
And it feels good to it because I know that I ain't got to worry about that landlord knocking on your door or the bill people knocking on your door. Like, I don't have to worry about that today. And I owe it all to NA and AA. Well, really A, but yeah, I owe it all to it. I owe it all to this fellowship and to this program, man. This program is amazing, man. But it only works if you work it. That's true. And if you fall and if you do relapse, it's not the end of the world. So don't think, oh, I relapsed, that I got it, that I can't go back. I mean, because you can, because they're gonna welcome you with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not how many times you relapse, how many times you get it. Eventually, you're gonna get it. Just don't give up on yourself, man. That's the main thing. Because if I gave up, I wouldn't be sitting right here. And I'm so glad I didn't give up.
That's a great thing, brother. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
It's God is good, man.
All the time.
And then He has a plan for you. Just like He had a plan for him. Just like He had a plan for me. So, like you said something great just then. Don't give up. Don't give up, man. Because you never know. Listen, you're right at that point. What you've been praying for, what you've been hoping for, trying for, it's there. Set yourself up with goals. That's so important. Because then you continue to work. You got something you're fighting towards. Your goals is your purpose, you know, but you got a life purpose overall. But the goals has to be implemented into your life. You got to figure out that game plan that God has for you. And then you're able to start doing things, working towards these goals, and touching other people's lives in the process of reaching those goals. And then you have something to celebrate about. Then you're like, you know what, man, you know what, these things that I used to look at like it's not a big deal, I'm celebrating, I'm happy about it. Like you said, hey, you know, I'm happy that I get to pay bills and be able to do it, you know, because there's people out there who's in worse situations than you are right now, or might have been where you used to be. You know, just don't give up, continue pushing forward and keep that faith, man.
That's right.
Man.
And pray.
Pray. Hey, you gotta pray. That's the number one thing. You pray and the door's gonna open up. He's gonna guide you. Just pray, don't give up. Don't give up on God, because God didn't give up on you. And thanks for coming in, brother, man.
I appreciate
is there anything else you would like to tell the people? The floor is yours. Let them know now.
Just like the man said, there is help out there, man. I mean, if you're out there struggling right now, and you're out there and you're like, you want it, but you don't know if you want it, or if you want it and you don't know how to get it, like you said, the number's up there, man. Give them a call, man. And the help is there, and just all you got, and it gets easier. It gets easier. I mean, the hardest part is just getting here, and then going through that first week or two, because that drug's still going to be calling you. Once you get past that detox stage, and that drug's not there no more, it's all mind over matter, man. And it does get easier, and each day you're going to feel so much better. You're going to see your life going back in the line that you wanted, the life that you always dreamed of. Man, it's easier than what you think. You just gotta take that first step, and that first step is calling somebody for help. And they're more than happy to help you. Like there's people they drive around trying to help people. I mean, they do that. They don't get paid to do that. That's the main thing y'all gotta remember. They don't really get paid to do that. They do it out of the kindness of their heart. And if you need help, just don't be scared to reach out. And that's the main thing I can just tell you. You got to make that first step, and then, like he said, first step. You got to take that first step, and the rest will follow, man.
Thanks again, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Continue to stay tuned in, and we're gonna keep the content coming. If you want to be on the show, don't hesitate to reach out. And God bless you all. Have a blessed day.